Okay, we're back again. It's skill 11.4, moving a client up in bed, or HOB, which means head of bed, okay? All right, so what you would do is gather equipment. And you're going, what, pray tell, do I need for equipment in order to move the patient up in the bed? Well, you may need another absorbent pad, okay? It may be clear up around his shoulders, and you'd have to put a new one underneath his behinds, lower back area, in order to move him up in the bed. You also need another person, another set of hands to help you with this, okay? This should be a two-person job. Why should it be a two-person job? One, because of your back. You need your back in order to work and walk, like I've told you before in the other videos. So we want to always be mindful of our backs, okay? You also want to be careful of a patient's skin, okay? If you're trying to move a patient up on the bed, okay, and this is the bed and this is the skin, and you're pulling the patient up in the bed, you're causing friction on the skin against the bed linen, which can cause a skin tear, and then we have more documenting to do, and the patient has an open venue for germs to enter into the body, and it's just not good. It causes pain, and we don't want to cause skin tears. So we always want to have that two-person, okay? So we're going to learn how to do it with the two people. So the equipment is another pad and another person. So we performed WIPSA. We came into the room, performed WIPSA. Not going into that. You know what it is. If you don't, go back to week 1 and look at the video for WIPSA. It's really, really important. Okay? Then we're going to enlist the help of appropriate number of personnel according to the patient's size and ability to help. Now, if this person laying in this bed was 500 pounds, do you think the two of us would be able to lift that person? Oh, no. So, you know, maybe 3 or 4 people would have to move somebody like that. This person's average weight and height, well, we should be able to do it with 2 people, okay? So we're going to adjust the bed up to a good working height for both of us, about waist level, okay? We're going to place the bed, the head as flat as possible. Now, you may have a patient that may not be able to lay flat for very long, so you may have to put them down, move them up, and sit them right back up again. Somebody with respiratory problems may not be able to lay down for a long time, okay? So you're going to bring it up to working height. Assure the bed wheels are locked. Always, always important. You don't want to be trying to lift somebody up in the bed and the bed go wham into the wall. You've caused damage, plus you could drop the patient. That wouldn't be a good thing, okay? You want to raise the rail, bring the rails down on the sides of the beds, okay? We want to remove the pillow. And so, as you can see, they're way down in the bed. The head of the bed is way up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift and move this bed pillow up against the head of the bed, okay? So the pillow's not going to be like this. It's actually going to be like this against the head of the bed. Why do we do that? Well, in case we have a little bit more oomph, we've eaten our Wheaties in the morning, and we may have a little oomph in our system, and we pull that patient up and they hit their head on the headboard. Ooh, again, we've caused damage to the patient, and we shouldn't do that, and it would hurt. And so it requires a whole lot more paperwork. We're not going to do that either. So we're going to move the pillow in front of the headboard, okay? All right. So if your patient is able to, you want them to put, now you're not going to do this in real life, you're going to keep them covered with the blanket, but in order to show you on the video, I have to unclothe them here. Okay, if the patient is able to, you're going to have them bend up their knees and put their feet flat on the bed, okay? And then if they're able to, they would also reach above them to the top of the headboard or to the top of the side rail, okay? And as you are lifting, the patient could also assist you with lifting, okay? If they're not able to, then you're going to do what we say, give yourself a hug. Okay? You're going to instruct the patient. This is a mannequin so they don't bend here, people. Okay? We got a stiff arm. He's playing football. Anyway, give yourself a hug. They put their hands across their chest, and it's going to look just like this. They're going to give them, woo, I'm moving on. All right, we're going to give ourselves a hug, okay? They're going to do this. When they do that with two people, one person is going to grab the corners of the absorbent pad on the bed. One on the upper, one on the lower. The other person is going to grab a hold of, I want you to do that because I've got to be able to show them. You're going to grab the head and then the top of this, okay? And so what's going to happen is as we're doing, it's kind of hard with the mannequin, as we're doing this, we're going to lift up and up on the pad and up into the bed, onto the bed, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and up onto the bed. You see? So what we did is we lifted up so we're not causing that shearing of the skin, okay, on their backside, all right? And then we lifted up in the bed to get them up to the top of the bed. So when that's done, you reposition the pillow to comfort, and then you could, you know, readdress their sheets if you needed to, their gowns, get them in a position of comfort, get their head of their bed up if they need it up, make sure the bed gets lowered down into the lowest position possible. You're going to make sure that the side rails are either up or down depending on the facility policy, okay? You're going to make sure that they have their call bell, their overbed table with their drink and whatever else they need, okay? And then you're going to wash your hands and you're going to document anything that you may need to document. And that's it. That's how to move a patient up to the head of the bed.